What's good, y'all? Today is Tuesday, April 14th. It's about 2:45 in the afternoon, and we're going to be talking about the reverse role model theory. So, reverse role models are everywhere. As we pass through life, sometimes God shows us doppelgangers, bright or dark mirrors of ourselves, glimpses of how we might turn out if we zig or zag on the path ahead. Some of these people are meant as shining inspirations, others as terrible warnings, but they're all our teachers. Got this from Scott Alexander. No idea who homie is, but shout out to him. But it's interesting because I feel like a lot of times what's preached to people, but also definitely to young men, is like you want to find a good mentor, somebody who could lead you down the right path, someone who could guide you, somebody who can kind of tell you the ropes and show you the ropes so you don't necessarily have to waste time. It's not really a waste of time, but you don't have to spend time going through all these mistakes. You can have a mentor who can guide you and help you. It's always good to have positive role models, people you can look up to, obviously in your everyday life, but then also now with social media. I mean, you can have a role model that you just follow on Instagram, follow on YouTube, that you read their books, that you follow their work. So there's many different ways, but no one really talks about the reverse role model. And what that is you can learn from somebody who isn't doing you can learn from somebody who really isn't living the life you want to live. And everyone knows to a certain, well, that's cap. Everyone don't know to a certain extent the life they want to live. But I feel like everyone, I'm kind of being very general here, but it's like, I feel like majority of people want some money. Majority of people want some decent health. Majority of people want to have some type of companionship, whether that you want to be in a romantic relationship or you just want to have some homies. And people want a relatively safe place to live, food to eat, all that, yada, yada, yada. But you could actually look at somebody and see the type of life they live in and use that and pretty much do the opposite. So there are many times I'll see, everybody fall on hard times, but you see homeless people, or even if they're not homeless, there could be people that you work with who are living lives that you don't really want to live yourself. They could come into work and be miserable. They could be getting yelled at by their spouse all the time. They could be having all these bills and money problems. And you could literally look at them and see their life and be like, okay, I don't want to be like that. So how do I not get like that? And then you just do the opposite of what they're doing. But I feel like a lot of people don't necessarily seek the reverse role model. They don't seek people who are necessarily doing bad, look at them and take notes and see how they decide to orchestrate their life, and then choose to do the opposite of that. Everyone decides to just look for someone who is striving, doing great in life, and then it's like, okay, I'm gonna follow that. But there are many different ways to grow, and I do think you are leaving a little bit of growth on the table if you don't look at everybody. Kind of like that quote says, everybody is a teacher. You can learn from literally everybody. And I feel like we got to stop just looking at mentors. We got to stop looking at people who are doing it right, but also look at people who are doing it wrong and learn from the people who are doing it wrong. Don't necessarily look at them and be like, I have nothing to learn from you, but study those people. See what they're doing. If they're miserable in life, see why they are miserable. Because you can now see what they're doing and do the complete opposite of that. And I think if you just leave that off the table and you don't actually take the time to watch people who are struggling, watch people who are going through it, I just think you're leaving something on the table. And it's something I've started to do. I've done it a lot with, honestly, my coworkers and people at work. Really people all throughout life, but I think work is an easy one because that's what you're going to. And I feel like there's always somebody at work who's miserable, who's upset, who ain't happy. And I try to study them and see what they're doing. Like, what is making you unhappy? Why are you mad all the time? Why are you pissed all the time? Why do you come to work with a nasty attitude? Like, what is going on in your life? What is going on in your daily actions? How do you have your life orchestrated? How have you conducted your life? And what type of lifestyle are you living? Because I don't want to be that. I don't want to be miserable. I don't want to be coming to work all sad and stuff like that. I don't want to be letting my anger out on other people. So I'll take that, and then because of that, I pretty much do the opposite. I try not to go down that path. So as well as seeking out mentors and people who are going to guide me and help me, and watching videos of, positivity, I'm not necessarily saying you should watch videos of negativity, but it ain't bad if it comes up on your feed. I mean, I don't really got Instagram and stuff like that. Well, I have it, but I don't use it. But if it comes up on my YouTube feed, sometimes I'll watch it. And I'll just see how these people are living. And I'll sit and ask myself, is that the type of life I want to live? And if the answer is no, I watch what they're doing, I take note of it, and it's like, okay, I need to do the opposite of that. I need to conduct myself the complete opposite of this, and I need to do things and hang out with people who aren't like this. Now, I'm not saying those people are bad people. I'm not saying those people are living a bad life per se. But they might be just living a life that I don't want to live. They're living a life that you don't want to live, whatever that may be. So because of that, you do the opposite of it. And then as well as doing the opposite, you're going to make sure that you seek people who are living the life that you want to live and doing the things you want to do, study them and see what they are doing and how you can incorporate what they're doing into your life. And you pretty much go from there and you grow from there. But I think we're leaving a lot on the table if we just watching people doing good. I think we need to watch everybody, watch people who are also struggling or doing bad or at least living a life that you don't want to live. And then from there, from there you just grow. From there, you study them and you take what they're doing and you do the opposite of it and you keep on pushing. So that's pretty much it. It's going to be a short one today. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really got none to report. The past 3 days have literally been the same damn near, which is like a good thing because I'm pretty focused and I've been working all these 3 days, like working on my personal stuff, which is nice. But it can be a little boring. But I think you kind of get used to it, or at least I kind of get used to it. And I would say this, it is relatively peaceful. Like, I think a lot of people see a boring life and they're like, oh, I never want to live a boring life and I want an exciting life and all that. But sometimes an exciting life is a stressful one. Exciting life could also not be peaceful. Exciting life could be filled with drama. And that's not really how I'm trying to live. And even though at times my life could be boring and I do crave a little bit of excitement, I do step back and look and be like, damn, pretty peaceful life. I don't got people coming up in here stressing me out. I'm not stressing out and worrying about things. I mainly just be thinking about myself, my family, God, and the responsibilities that I need to take care of. And that's pretty much it. And I feel like because of that, I live a pretty peaceful life. It's a boring life, yes, but it is a peaceful life. So I really can't complain because at the end of the day, I'll take peace. I mean, I've had moments in my life where it's been very exciting. And I've noticed a lot of those moments have also been very stressful. It might be thrilling and riveting, but it's kind of like, damn, man, I'm stressed. I'm thinking about this. I got to do this. I got to talk to this person. I got to move over here. I got to do this. I'm thinking about her. I'm thinking about him. It's just a lot going on. So, but the past 3 days have been very boring, but very productive. So I'll take that as it is. Once again, went to the gym, did some reading, did my laundry, practiced some guitar. I got to go pick up a package. I've been taking this supplement called Alpha Brain. I got it from Joe Rogan. It's actually not bad. It's not too bad. I do feel like I've seen some positive things on it. I ain't gonna lie. When I take it, it has some pretty good reviews online. When I take it, I definitely do feel something. It's hard to explain. It's almost like I'm on caffeine, but I'm not on caffeine. Like, it's not the caffeine feel, but it is very close to the caffeine feel. But it do help me kind of lock in and stay focused. But it's kind of pricey. Like, it's $30 for like 15 days worth, which is crazy. Because typically they sell things by like monthly. Like supplements typically like is monthly, but nah, this is 15 days worth. So it is what it is. I ordered me 2 more bottles, so I'm gonna go pick that up right now, really just to get out the house. I need to eat some food. Because I have been working pretty much since I woke up this morning, I'm kind of using this time to relax a little bit. So I'm gonna eat some food, watch The Office, go outside. It is freaking 80 degrees outside. It is gorgeous. So get a little bit of fresh air, pick up the package, come back, and then I gotta get right back to work pretty much. I gotta be at work tomorrow at 5 a.m. So no, that's cap. I gotta be at work tomorrow at 6 a.m. And then after work, I still gotta cook again, and I still wanna go to the gym because I still wanna stay on the 5 days going to the gym and then the 2 days off. So I wanna make sure I go to the gym tomorrow. So I might not have much time to edit tomorrow, we will see. So I'm trying to edit this today. I got the podcast I need to look into and edit, so I still got some things I wanna do. But with that being said, that's pretty much it. I'm going to end it here. Yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you for taking time out your day to watch. Brody, I love you. Keep your head up. Learn from everybody. Do not just look at people who are doing well for themselves, but also look at people who might not be living that great and learn from them. You can learn from anybody. Always be a student, as OG said. But I'm going to catch y'all later. Peace.